Hey guys, here's a video that I made. I videoed this 2 years ago. It was about my trip to Nevada. I've been trying to edit this for a long time and it just hurts my teeth to edit it. A lot of the video is not that good and a lot of the audio is kind of hard to get by. I lost like 4 days of my trip. I erased a card by accident. But anyway, this is one of the older videos. I call it a Throwback Thursday. And I've got some more of the vlogs coming out, the catching up vlogs, and then some videos of me hunting with some guys who came down to hunt with me. We're going to get all caught up. I got some other things on the agenda, videos that I've already videoed. I just need to edit. I gotta get where I edit a little bit faster. You know, and the last week's been kind of a tough week. We had a death in the family, and then both my wife and I, the week of the funeral, got the flu and puking our guts out. I try to make it as good as I can, but it takes me some time, and sometimes they say, you know, done is better than good, or something like that. But anyway, here you go. The catching up videos, I'll put a link to them right here. And then this is the video from Nevada from 2 years ago. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Well, I got back from Nevada. It was a long trip. Took me 2.5 days to get up there. First night I spent the night in a cow pasture right outside of Springerville. I just found this place on the side of the road. It's a little muddy. I mean, it's not going to get stuck. The gate said, "Please shut gate by order of state police." So I don't know what kind of property this is. You get the hobbles out and let the mules graze for a little while. A lot of good grass. Pretty good place to camp. That's what they call free grazers. You have to pee bad, booger? Old booger ain't never seen a dog like that. Shit. Second night I spent in the Kanab, and that was a good camp. I got a lot of video of that. Got about half of my tarp set up, and I wasn't fast enough. Mules are out in it, they're all right. I don't know if my tarp's still standing. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Dang it! I'd have been 30 minutes faster. Oh well. At least I'm not packed up in the middle of nowhere. Like last night I stayed back on, I drove, I don't know, I got a late start. I drove quite a ways and found an old cow pasture. I think it was state lease. It was a big deal. It was almost dark. It was like twilight or dusk or whatever. I drove down there and just pulled out, hobbled the mules for a little while, let them graze, and then fed them, and stayed there last night, and then woke up at 2:45 this morning. I thought I heard a text from my wife go off, and she was supposed to text me at 4. Heck, I got up and just broke camp and rolled up my bag, put everything up, and god dang, it's raining hard. And time I looked at the clock, I seen it was only 10 till 4 or 10 till 3, so I went ahead and drove. So I made it up here. But anyway, last night, I have a bivy sack over my sleeping bag, so it's not a big deal. It's not like my sleeping bag gets wet, but it's even a pain in the ass, I don't like even my bivy sack to get wet, so we put a tarp over everything. And what happened is we had a real heavy dew last night, soaked everything. So, and I'm sure there'll be a heavy dew here tomorrow. It's raining hard enough that it don't matter. Everything's gonna go wet anyway. All right. As soon as it quits, I'm finishing the tarp. In the meantime, I'm gonna have me a glass of Merlot. But I kind of show you how handy these NOAA tarps are. I can't remember what size this is. I think it's a 12 by 12 or 14 or something like that, 12. They got all these little ties, loops on them. It's got
loops down the middle so you could put a ridgeline rope up it. I like it because there's enough room. I mean, once you get it set up, there's plenty of room in here. The wetness on the end of the cot was before I got it under the tarp, because I got rained out. It started raining before I was ready. But anyway, always hang them at an angle and then give yourself a little drop off on one corner. That way, if it rains real hard, the rain will, you know, it'll run off onto that edge and it doesn't puddle up on top of it. But anyway, it's got all these ties everywhere. Kind of got lucky. I've been driving since 10 till, no, I didn't get out until about 4 this morning. And I seen this little road down here and I turned down and I thought, well, at least I can camp down here, maybe hobble the mules. Found this set of pins. I mean, and there's no sign that says it's not public, you know. Beautiful. I was gonna stay over there, but I like to stay close to my mule so I know what's going on. You know, if something happens, I can hear them. I'm sleeping right there. Something bad happens, I can hear it. I know it's got to be a public area because they got a map of the area right there. Come on, P. She's been in season, and she's grumpy when she's in season. Look at her. That's not like her. She's usually a happy dog. It's a beautiful area. I have no clue where I'm at. I'm on Highway 89, north of Kanab. Never been here before. I was flying my drone, trying to get some aerial video, and I flew it back and forth in this canyon. And right up there on top, right next to the highway, there was someone camped. And I flew my drone right by. I didn't know, I didn't realize they were there. They might have got a little mad at me. That's all right. That makes a pretty good camp. I like to have all my stuff ready. I got my Jetboil, my water ready for my coffee. If I have anything in the morning, it'll just be oatmeal. I already fed the mules. I tried to water them. They didn't want water. That makes a pretty nice setup. I've slept in this, I don't know, a lot in the wilderness. And in case you have a failure with this will still keep your down bag from getting wet. So it can kind of save your life. That's it. I came out and I started going up into the what they call the job edge, and I went up there and for some reason I had put this in my pocket and accidentally turned it on, and I guess it recorded for like an hour or so, and when I pulled it out, I stopped it, and I thought I could just erase the hour or so of video in my pocket, and I ended up erasing the whole card. So that was four days of video that I lost. I do have video of you know, the way up there and some on the way back, and then some of the last 2 days. You know, I didn't do a whole lot. I ran into a lot of elk hunters up in there. I got to see it, and it's really neat country. You know, I'll have some video of it right here. I'll show you. Some big old nice pools down in there. This camera this Lumix that I'm using, I had it, and I did shoot some video and take some pictures with it. Got most of my stuff out and ready to go. Well, it's not packed, but I finally got up here. I'll be leaving, going right out through there, and there's a little old trail that goes up and you go back around. And then you can barely see it. Let's see. That's just the tip of it, right? Right there's the start. That river runs down through there and they call that all the Badlands. Go through some of my stuff I got. Try to keep things in separate bags. This is kind of like a little cook kit or cook. It's got food and snacks and everything in it. This one has a water filter and a wind-up radio. This one has spices and things to eat with. One of those is like my shaving kit, but you can tell by looking at me I don't shave, but it's got like toiletries and stuff. The other one is my cook kit. It's my Jetboil, propane, everything I need. I bought this little tent, I don't know, just to see how it does. It's real light. It's not very big. I don't need much. Then, of course, I'll sack up some dog food and some pellets for the animals. I bought these saddlebags. I don't really like them because this is what hunting in that country where I'm at does to your saddlebags. Those were a nice pair of leather saddlebags. There's no, I mean, they're just tore plumb up. The other side's just as bad. You know, sometimes you just screw up and do stupid. Forgot my weapon. I was all the way up there and realized I forgot it. You all right, T? Is that good enough? Did you get a good bed made, Sheila? I know you work hard at it. It's 1:45, guys. We're gonna have to make some tracks. I think break time's over. We gotta get up and over and Paya. We made a good cross section of this country. Yesterday we rode a big circle around, and then today we rode the rim as much as we could. You can't get through some of these big old side canyons that drain into it. I mean you could in a lot of places if you want to get off and just lead and bust your ass, but I mean I cut as close as I could to the canyon, or to the river canyon as I could. And there's probably maybe 2 places that I've seen that you could actually get down in it. But, you know, and then getting out, it'd just be double tough. It's a nice ride. Seen a coyote. I think that's what those dogs were chasing a minute ago. I think they hit that coyote. I think that, and they went the wrong way on him. I think, I just let them go, and they kind of caught themselves and came back to me like, man, sorry boss, we just got excited. We're probably on, yesterday we did 14.5 miles. We're probably on our 10th mile, 8 or 10 miles right now. So that's 24, 25 miles in a couple days. It's not no groomed trails. That we rode yesterday was a little 2-track road for the most part. But today's been just busting through the country, you know, going cross country and bushwhacking. If I can't get out, we'll stop at one of those waters down there and spend the night there, and then get up early and go out. Maybe make a loop down through Wilson Creek. I'd like to get over to my sister and brother-in-law's and spend some time with them tomorrow. Anyway, that's it. Time to roll. We got him caught. Cold trailed him for, I don't know, 15, 20 feet at least. Got him bayed up underneath this sagebrush down here in the bottom. At least he's not the kind that's got those rattles on the end of his tail. 3 or 4 days, you know, I stayed up there at the ranch headquarters in their guest house. And, well, not for those 3 or 4 days, but for a couple days there. And then I came down to my sister and my brother-in-law's, and I rode I went up several of those canyons, those drainages coming out of the job edge where there weren't any elk hunters. I went to Sun Creek, Cottonwood Creek, Camp Creek, and then I went on over to Mary's River, and I spent some time in there. I'm out here south of the Jarbidge. It's supposed to rain today, so I just trailered over here. I just stopped here to make me some lunch. Just used my Jetboil and some ramen noodles and put some Thai flavored tuna in it. It's pretty good. At least it's a warm meal. Matter of fact, it's real good. I didn't bring the pack mule today. I just brought Jet. I'm gonna try to get up here on top. Kind of a gap in the mountains, and this road splits it. It's kind of intimidating, this country. It's not like I thought it was. I thought it would be more wilderness, less roads. But there's little 2-track roads all over this country. There's just miles and miles from here to Idaho, both sides of the job edge, back, you know, even into that Badlands, there's little 2-track roads. So I thought it was more of a wilderness area. I guess I can show you what I use. And I carry this in my pack when I pack in. It's real handy. I bought this, I got 2 Jetboils. I got the big one, then I got this Jetboil Zip. It's real light. Shoot, you could carry it in your saddlebags. Carry it. And then for heating up, I don't know where I got this little pot, but it's handy. Always carry my coffee and everything in here. You never know when you need a cup of coffee. And then I got a little spatula, Jetboil spatula. Little Jetboil fork. Tell you what's the problem with these is everything sticks to it just like glue, and it's hard to clean. You need SOS pads or a scrub brush of some sort. Jetboil spoon. Still got dinner from 2 nights ago when I was packed in the salmon. I bought these little cases. I think I ordered them on Amazon, but it works perfect to carry your Jetboil. You got a lid, got your propane, got your burner. Ooh. You got your little stand that you can put your propane on. And it compresses to, pretty handy. You can carry that in your saddlebags. It doesn't weigh nothing. I've been gone from home for, I can't even remember, 7 days. Yeah, 7, 8 days. That's good with that Thai tuna in there. It's a pretty cool little place. I think they call this Wildcat Guard Station, something like that. U.S. Forest Service cabin, welcome. I left it unlocked, used, but please leave in better condition than you found it. Thank you. If vandalism continues, I will remove this cabin. Call out any damage, John Baldwin, District Ranger, Mountain City, Ruby Mountains, and Jarbidge Ranger District. I don't know if I'll use it. I could, I guess. But I already swept out some of the dead flies. Pretty cool little cabin. A lot of flies in here though. Cookware. Oh, here's a 5 MREs, plates, utensils, something. Oatmeal, tea, sweeteners, and matches. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, I don't know what a fridge would be doing up here, but it's not doing nothing. An old wood burner with no chimney and no place for a chimney. Couple cots and a mattress. They're kind of dirty. And some sitting chairs. Window with a pretty nice view out back. And a mirror where we can look at ourselves. But I never found a track. I trailed a little bit over there close to Sun Creek. It was slow, and I trailed a little bit there in the Badlands. I think that was a bobcat, because we even trailed up to where somebody had killed a rabbit and drug it into a little old crack in the rocks. And I imagine the rabbit had just recently been killed. And the dogs, I had some young dogs, they kind of got hung out. I videoed it all, but I lost it on the erased card. So on the way back, maybe got a little homesick and drove all night long to get home. I took off and hey, downtown Ely. I think I could use a body shampoo. Asian massage, body shampoo. We're in Vegas. Booger says he doesn't want to go to the strip. He just wants to get back to the mountains. So I guess we won't stop. And left and just kept on going. I got home. Took me, I don't know. I left probably about 6:30 in the morning. I didn't get home until about 10:30, 11 o'clock the next day. But I took a different route. I went down through Vegas and across through Flagstaff and back down. But it's a good trip. And, I know that their wilderness area isn't as big as ours. It's a more remote area to get to because it's so far away from any big cities, or towns for that matter. But all around that wilderness area, everywhere, there's little 2-track roads. And I can imagine it's a great place to go hunt when there's fresh snow. I mean, because you could get in a buggy or a 4-wheel drive and you could hit all those roads, and I'm sure you cut a track, And I mean, you could drive, it seemed like hundreds of miles on those 2 tracks. So that would be something to do. We'll see how it goes. I'm back here at my own camp. We've been bear hunting the last couple of days, and there's no bears in here right now. So next week I got a guy coming in who wants to hunt with me, and we're going to go to another area and see if we can find a bear. And that's about it. It's beautiful up here now. Beautiful. I'm fixing to get out of here and go see my bride. That's it. Here we go.